What's up, IG? Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Oh,
What's going
everything's
on?
working today.
One more time. One more time.
Oh,
You
look
don't know
at
nothing.
it.
You understand?
What's the one time? Sorry,
You
y'all.
don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
I ain't got nobody.
You ain't got nobody. We're gonna take from that one
We
day.
will.
That's an inside joke, y'all.
That's funny.
Yeah, nothing.
I ain't got nobody. Hopefully,
All right.
everybody had a good day
You
or is
yes,
having a
hopefully
good
everybody had a good
day.
day. If you in your car, we want you to relax, take it easy, stay alert. If you're at home, kick your feet up, kick back, check it out. And you always text or call in, y'all. But so now because we got the phone, if you want to, you just hit us up and then we could do a show. If you got a question or comment, we want to make sure we put that
Hear
out
from
there.
you.
Yeah. We did get a call. We had some influence on impact on some people where there was a daughter connected with her father, that connected with some
Yes,
family.
hi.
Yeah, that was dope. So
Shout
yeah,
out to
yeah.
y'all.
And that. Mhm.
Yes. Shout out to y'all. That's what's up. That
Go
is.
ahead. You monologuing? What you got? I know you got something.
Hmm. It's okay to miss people. It's okay to want to be around people. It's okay to reach out to people. But you need to keep in mind the disrespect, the them not respecting your boundaries, um, and them not reciprocating the energy. And it's okay. Sit in that. That is a valid emotion. But when you go back and you think you're gonna get something different, you are the fool.
Because people are.
Consistent.
Yes, they are.
So you find yourself in a situation where you say, I'm gonna stop messing with them, or I'm not gonna keep doing this, and you end up going back and your friends look at you like a certain type of way, it's because they know you're the fool. But they can't tell you that because that wouldn't be politically correct to tell your friend that they the fool.
Mm.
Good.
I was doing okay. You finished? Because I was, yeah.
Don't expect nothing different. That's my
No,
mom.
they finna do what they do. They gonna be consistent, and they don't even know that they doing it. A lot of times, they just doing it how they do it the best way they can. Some people just trying to survive. They not even thinking. They just trying to survive. Um, I would say stop taking things so personal. My monologue is we all dysfunctional. We all have our insecurities, inhibitions, hurdles, obstacles, challenges, things that we got to get over. So when somebody is doing something to you, understand they could be in a dysfunction at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
They could be struggling with themselves, and you are having a deep conversation or having some discord, or there's something that you're going through with this person, and you think that they're doing it or taking it out on you when they're just trying to work through their own stuff.
Hello.
So yeah, who we got? Somebody came in.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yeah. So when they trying to work through their own stuff, you can't take it personal. I get a lot of stories. We had two men's meetings this week, right?
Yes,
So,
dope.
yeah.
Shout out to
The
the fellas.
yeah, the first one was I learned it was a younger group of men, and they told me they said, hey, they was like DJ, listen, I asked a question. I said, if the internet goes down, I said, what do y'all think will happen? They said that 25 to 30% of the people would take their lives.
And I agree. And
If
that's
the
crazy because I
internet
said
went
the
down.
same thing.
So, well, listen, you got to understand from our perspective, we don't understand that.
Yeah.
I hear you. I believe that. I'm listening to y'all because this is your day, right? This is going to be your good old days in 30 years. But for me and my generation, we don't understand that ideology. So when they told me that, I had to pause, right? I'm sitting and I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm like, take your life because of the internet?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, I took it in because I like research all this is how I get this information. This is where the content comes from. This is how we get to do the radio show and do the forums and we go to travel around, do different cities and whatnot. But in learning, it's a lot of it's unbelievable. You can't explain the unexplainable. We've all been in this situation. Let's say that good joke you heard. You heard that good joke, right? And then when you tell it, when you retell that joke, it ain't funny. Sometimes you got to be there. You can't explain the unexplainable. Some stuff is unexplainable. You have to experience it. And so when I was there with those young brothers, they're experiencing something and trying to explain it to me. So that was amazing. just to have that conversation. And it was unbelievable. And I knew they was telling the truth because then I even asked you.
Right.
I asked some more young people, and they said the same thing that they said. And of course, y'all don't know each other. Y'all wasn't privy
Right.
to the conversation, but yeah. So that my monologue is don't take stuff personal because people are going through things. Their perception is their reality. When when they say their truth, and understand the truth doesn't change, so your truth will. So understand the difference between those two. That's my monologue, and I'm soapboxing right now. So let me pull up. I need to pull up. So all right, what you got? What you got?
All right, I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top. We'll do that. How would you explain the space you're in now? Someone didn't know you. They just walked up on you and they said, "What type of space you in?"
Ah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Call the people.
The problem is not getting what you want; is wanting it after you get it. I worked my entire life to get to a certain point. So we just heard an interview with a very, very important figure.
Yeah.
So while we were watching that, it's kind of funny when you achieve your goal. If you set your highest goal and you achieve your highest goal, when you get to the top of the highest mountain,
What do you do after that?
when you get to the highest plane on the face of the earth,
What do you do?
physically where you can stand as a human being, there's only one way you can go from there. That's it.
Mhm.
I'm in a peaceful place. I'm in a very strategic place. I planned it. Um, and the funny thing is, I made it to where I wanted to be, and it ain't all of that. The crazy thing, you do all that work, you running businesses, you open business, you stay up at night, and you falling out with this person, you trying to build with this person, you trying to invest with these people, you trying to teach this, you trying to learn from these people, you trying to get into this lane, you trying to understand that. Man, listen, at the end of the day, it's not important. I'm telling you, you just got to be you, the best version of you could be, and be around the best people you could be around, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I tell you, money ain't gonna change it, man. It's not. You did somebody cut you a check? Y'all go watch those lottery winners, right? Those people that win the lottery, they not happy.
Where are they now?
I'm telling you, it's not that money ain't gonna change it for you, man. It's not gonna do it.
Where are they now?
All right, let me get off that because that was a good question.
Okay. Yeah. If I wasn't your daughter, where would you be?
I don't want to know that.
Shout out to the water drinkers.
I don't want to know that.
Okay, yeah.
Because you were the motivation for
where you were.
98% of the things I did every day, not once a week or once a month. Every day I woke up, it was about you, your sister, your mom, when we were married back then. So that was it. Now I still, my family is you, my wife. That's it. That's my life. And y'all got on me the other day. Y'all was like, hey, you need to do this. You need to take care of yourself. You got to understand, I don't know how to do that. It's weird. Like you spend your whole life taking care of other people. And then somebody say, hey, you need to do something for you. And you're going to say, out of habit and reflex, all I know how to do is what we always did. Right. So that's strange for me. That's something. Yeah.
Writing that down like a
Strange.
Okay. When you hear the word struggle, what comes to mind?
Life, family, finances, education, growth as a human being, as an individual, struggle, success, spirituality. That's what comes to my mind.
That's a good answer. I like that. All right. Would you rather have your dream car for your birthday or the presence of most of your family?
Oh, you already know. My family. Now, wait, how long? Because if I could have them for like the period of time that I want to have them, yeah, that would be different. So not just like for the day.
I didn't really structure that.
Right. So I'm telling you. So if you say, oh, they're gonna come for 3-4 hours and they're gonna leave. Oh,
no. Like if,
Then
like
I
for your
probably
like, let's say a birthday weekend.
birthday weekend. My
Oh, we got doctor.
we have an
Wow,
alien
we
presence,
have
ladies and
royalty in
gentlemen.
the
We have an
building.
alien presence. Yes, and he is laughing. Trust me. Yeah, this guy right here.
Well, his
Listen,
question.
let me just say it's gonna be an assault. So y'all gonna know if y'all see me and it's an assault by the police. If you see the report, it's gonna be him. He gonna get it. I'm telling you right now.
Well, he said is struggle necessary.
Oh, it's struggle necessary.
Mm, I'm gonna have to say
So
yes.
well, it's inevitable. It's not necessary. So now, how you phrase the question, Doc, and you taught me this. Necessary is things that has to happen. Um,
There's no other way.
yeah, there's no way around it. It's inevitable. It's not. Okay, so I'm sorry. Necessary things that has to happen, and I'm saying like life and death. If you're born, you have to leave here. It's inevitable. Is death necessary? Trying to put the word, use the word that you're using. I don't know. Necessary will be relative to a conscious thought or to a perspective or to an understanding of what life is. So necessary. Hmm. Is struggle necessary? I think it's inevitable. I don't think there's a way around it. So I think when you say it's something necessary, that means there's an alternative. So if it's not necessary, then what else is there? So I think struggle is inevitable. Mm-hmm. But he says, can you teach value with no absentee? Listen, this is one of the dumbest
Whoa.
guys I ever met in my life.
Wow.
I just want to say this up front.
Wow.
No, Doc taught me how to ask questions, and then he just did it. He asked a better question. You cannot know. You cannot teach struggle. I mean, excuse me, teach value without struggle, because the universal principle is going to give you hot and cold, wet and dry, white and black, male and female, rich and poor. You're going to have the direct opposite. So if you're going to teach value, you have to have struggle in order to have value to something. So if you want value out of something, there has to be a struggle behind it. So let's take Doc. If you were born with $100 million, you were a trust fund baby, and you were one of those famous names, last name people, right? And you have $100 million in your trust. You don't value money. I heard there was an interview one time where there was a guy, he was a trust fund baby. He had like $20 million. He was in his trust. And he said, people are lazy and people don't want to work. And the guy says, have you ever had a job? And see, dude never thought of that. He never thought, I never worked. So how does he know what lazy look like?
Right.
He never worked. When you born into $20 million just for you, oh, your life is good. Yeah. So no, you cannot teach value without struggle. But struggle is inevitable for life. And the more you get, if you think about Doc, think about all of your heroes, all of your sheroes, all of the people that you value, all the people you hold to a higher esteem. They had a hard not life for the most part. They didn't come from money. They don't tell you, I don't understand hard times. I don't understand, lack of love, dysfunction. They tell you all the hard stuff first that made them, because, that iron sharpens iron. Steel don't melt until they get to 300, 1340 degrees, right. 375, 1375. It take a lot of heat to bend that steel, to forge it into what it's supposed to be. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. But thanks for that, Doc.
Yeah. Okay. If you could summarize me to a stranger, what would you say?
To a stranger? Mm-hmm. I'll say good heart, loyal, she's going to be there for the long haul. But then I'll tell you, pay attention to the small stuff, because if you cross her, then she's going to cut you off. So I'm giving you both sides, the good and the bad. Yeah. If you cross her on the smallest thing, because she's going to love you hard. Like it's genuine, your love is genuine. You're going to love that person for real. And they're going to think that you playing, because they're not used to that.
Hello, what's going on?
Yeah. What's going on Instagram?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's how I would describe it.
That's good for you. Yeah. Okay, what is a hero to you?
A hero? Mm-hmm. I don't really do heroes, but
I mean, okay, if you
What people call
Say
heroes.
you're explaining it to my future kids, and they be like, "Granddad,
Mhm.
what's a hero?"
Okay,
Layman's
so
terms,
there you go.
the
All right.
most basic
A
way.
hero is an exemplary person that does extraordinary acts on a regular basis. That would be a hero. You stand out from the crowd.
Mm,
You're not average. You're not above average. You do exemplary things often. A hero is somebody that can be held to a higher regard and they can hold up to the standards.
okay.
A hero can be irreplaceable.
Mm,
There you go.
okay. All right. What should I do next in my healing process?
Mm. Ooh. Mm.
Go ahead, punch me in the face. Wait
You
on
got
it.
right. um.
Right here, just my
Right.
bad side. Don't hit my
You
good
couldn't feel
side.
it. You couldn't feel it. If I hit you with a hammer, you wouldn't feel it. Um.
Hmm.
I think what we don't do is we always look for external forces
Mm,
for internal problems.
mhm.
I think you need to go inside of yourself and find out who that is in a quiet space, in a quiet time, and in peace
Well,
with no agenda. Like, who is that? A lot of us don't go within ourselves and just sit in quiet and just be still and don't
mm.
move. We always trying to
I
put
don't
something
have
in
to think.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. Like whether it be, the internet, another person, money, food, drugs,
Hmm.
stuff, yeah, momentum, yeah, whatever a person uses. But I just think you got to get quiet, go into that space, that place, um, and just see who you are, learn who you are from there. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. In the last year, what would you say was one of my biggest mistakes?
The last year,
Hmm.
taking people too seriously. You take people too seriously, and you got that from your mother and father. So I can't say that that's your fault. It's in your DNA. You love hard. You love people. You want to see them do well. And then when they struggle and they fall and they disappoint you because you have expectations, then you get upset. You give people too much credit. So I think I think we have to learn how to love with no expectation. When they say unconditional love, meaning I'm gonna love you whether you do me wrong or right. I'm gonna love you whether you do me good or bad. But then, of course, you got to have a border and a boundary around how
Hmm.
far you will let somebody go.
Right.
While you loving them. So yeah, that's that. That's what I would say to that.
Mm. All right. Well, I'm good. That was what I
All right.
had
So
for the people. For the people.
6 months ago,
Crazy that that
what
was.
didn't you see 6 months ago that you see today in your life as a whole in general?
Am I giving like a general
However you see it, but
response?
whatever you see, whatever you come up
Shout out to nature. Um,
with. Yeah, always.
y'all, I don't. That's a lot because
That's okay. Like whatever hit you though, go
um,
sift through it. Sift through it. Take your time.
I am not people's projection of me.
Mm, 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 mm,
Um,
mm.
I am not their sad story of me. Um, I am better than they have given me, and I'm too trustworthy. I trust people with my heart because I think everyone has
So
it.
6 months ago, you didn't see that, but you see that now.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes,
Um.
that was the question, right?
Yes,
Okay,
that was a question. You asked. I was making sure.
okay, yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That is, mhm.
If you could go back a year ago and change one thing, what would you change? On a broad scale, nothing small or
So a
specific.
year to this date,
Like yeah, around. Yeah, around. You could be a couple months off.
I would be less serious about my relationship. I would be less
Your
involved.
personal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Not taking it so
I
seriously.
mean, like specifically the relationship.
Right. Not taking it so
Yes.
seriously. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There you
Because
go. So that was kind of,
I was long term
and yeah,
in my actions,
mhm,
thoughts,
approach
words,
with
approach,
deeds. Yeah.
all that, and it
Mhm.
was not that. So, um, let me say it wasn't that overall. That might have been a couple of moments on the other side, but that wasn't how they were moving. So I would change um the weight I had in that situation, in that relationship. I would change the gravity of my thought process.
Okay.
Like how much, how often I was thinking about that and how I was moving.
You see my position with people.
Mm-hmm.
You see how people approach me,
Yes.
how I deal with people on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
You see how misunderstood and misconstrued situations get.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you were me to change the way people view me while I'm trying to help them?
I would cut off as much access as they have to you.
Hmm. You think the access changed?
I would limit the access. Like you're very
Too
available
available. Every time they call me, I'm right. Yeah.
every single time.
If I can do it, I'm doing it.
Every
Like I'm
single
stopping
time.
what I'm doing. Okay. Ah.
I would limit that.
So here go the thing. Now remember,
But
giving
then you wouldn't get the results that you got. So
right.
see, it's like
We wouldn't be here right now if they didn't teach me what they taught
it's a
me.
double-edged sword.
There you go. There's a balance. See how the universe do? The universe makes me accessible. It gives me abuse, but we couldn't be here doing
Yeah.
this if I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So when Kev says, "Can you teach value without struggle?" That's my
Mhm.
struggle, but it gives me value.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That was dope. That was hot right there. That was hot.
Tried to hit all angles.
So like he left that, and then we ran right back into it.
All right.
Universal
That's what he
principle.
does.
Yeah.
He's real good.
And then he left too, chump. That's what. See, he ain't there because that's probably wifey on there. So okay.
Come in. He's like, I'm coming, drop a couple jewels and leave.
What is
Nothing.
the what is the biggest thing that plagues your generation? You think that the one thing, and you see this across the board: social, economic, cultural, religious,
Comparison.
education, comparison. I give me what? Give me an example.
Like you're always comparing without you knowing who you follow and who pops up on your timeline or your feed or whatever social media you're using. It's comparing. You see people happy. You see people posting vacations. You see people posting good credit scores. You see people posting NFTs. You see people posting Bitcoin. You see people posting investments. You see people posting, I just bought a house. You see people having families. You see people getting engaged, married.
But they're just showing what they're doing. How's that comparison? No, I got you. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, I got you.
Because people are only showing the good
Hmm.
and you're internally criticizing yourself, it's a comparison. Oh, doctor is here.
Oh.
Dr. Kev's here.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
externally.
there you go. Hey, yeah, I just killed you. So listen, the other somebody more important left, Kev, and you are very important. So thank you, sir. Let us know you. Go ahead.
So you're internalizing your situation, feeling like I should be better, I should be here because they're the same age as me, but we don't use logic. Social media, the person is controlling what you see and what you don't see. Now, if social media was to change and they had to have access 24/7 to your life, I guarantee you most people will log out and change their platform. Because they're not living what they're posting.
Right. Gotcha.
They are in charge
Right.
of what you see, what you read.
Soundbiting images.
Yes.
Taking things out of context. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's dope.
You.
That's dope.
If people follow me, they'll be like, "Oh, she's so dope, y'all." I'm telling you, I ride with my sunroof open, with my hand out the window, doing like this in the wind, turning my music up. I'm smiling to the person next to me. I have road rage.
You're interestingly boring.
Yes.
Because most people wouldn't call that a thing. Because if you ain't on a boat or on a private jet, I mean that ain't nothing. Yeah.
I've had access to all of that and didn't want it.
Right.
Have turned it down several times. Like that's not what I want. That's not.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, but we're talking about most people.
Right, but I'm saying, yeah. But most
Yeah.
people will accept that because that's what they want people to see. And they don't want to see the roaches in your house, your negative bank accounts, uh, like
Yeah.
the real type of person you are, how you eat in real life,
There's a
stuff like that.
reality show where they have mansions that are abandoned because people ran out of money to build them. Like these are like,
Yes.
30,000 square feet, 20,000 square feet. These
Yes.
are huge homes. And it's just,
Yes.
that's what kind of what you're saying to like the images that people trying to portray today.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hey, nothing's wrong with
Be
regular.
yourself.
Regular is okay.
It
It's all
is.
right.
We got all these like competition shows. Everybody want to be star. Everybody want to be
Mhm.
number one. Everybody want to have fame. But most famous people, as you see, when they get older, they die out. Like not die out literally, but they get out of it because it's so much.
Yeah, it's not real.
It's not. It's so much.
It's not real.
People didn't just say more money, more problems just because it sounded good. Like that's a real thing.
Yeah, we said earlier, go check the lottery winners. Catch them 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Okay. You have to fix
Ain't
the
gotta do nothing.
family.
No, not answering that question.
Yes, you have to fix the family. What are you gonna do? Let's come up with a strategy.
Buy a ton of bottles.
That's not a solution,
It
man.
is.
It's not.
It is.
No, it is not.
It is.
So
A lot of concepts have come from those type of names.
absolutely, but that's not a solution.
It
That
is.
I guess that would be a step, maybe, perhaps. I'm not going to say most geniuses didn't. They wasn't on something, some shape, form, or fashion. But yeah,
No, in my
I would say that's
family,
the solution.
I just have a bunch of food and a bunch of liquor.
Okay, and then just just hug it out, love it out, talk it out, fight it out,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. That'd be my approach.
Okay, so
Jokingly, but kind of seriously.
all right, how can we
ain't got nobody.
get experience and put it back into the youth? How can we get experience and wisdom and try to implement it back into the youth? Because now the elders are not.
You gotta have real conversations.
Okay, how does that look?
First of all, you gotta start with accountability. Mm-hmm. My generation, we're not held accountable. Mm-hmm. Like back then, if you was late to your job 3 times, you was done.
Oh yeah, you get fired. It's automatic.
Ain't no.
Everybody knew.
Oh well, text me next time.
There's no meeting, and ain't none of that. Second time,
you come to work, they act like
they talking, and the third time when you show up late, they already know you fired. Yeah.
There's no consequences. There's no accountability, and also adults aren't having real conversations. They just letting their kids do whatever. It's like I don't have real consequences for real with him, but if I go too far, like past the threshold, then it's like okay, now you're being disrespectful. You're tainting all of my hard work off of your decisions that could be big decisions. I think they're small, but from a parent's perspective, right. They usually are big decisions.
I'm seeing it deeper than you.
Right. So I have to say accountability. Parents have to don't put their kids on a pedestal. Your child is not special.
No.
Now, if your child is 8 and is, testing in a college, that's different. Most kids are not doing that. Just because your son wants Jordans don't mean that he gets Jordans. Just because he come home and say, I want the new PS5, I gotta have the new PS5. No. We don't, my generation, we haven't really worked for anything that we have. And when we do gain it, it's instant. It's because we posted a lot. Mm-hmm. And a social media platform is paying us because we're doing clips, snippets. It's all microwave.
TikTok. Yeah. What's the other fashion?
Yeah. So it's not like we're not really earning anything. It's like they're selling you instant
gratification instead of delayed gratification. So there you go. So back in the day, we had delayed gratification. You could be the best, but you had to sit behind somebody who was not as good as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until you get your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Or you had to be behind the greatest until it was your
Right.
turn.
True that.
We're always trying to fight for that number one spot when you have to, when
Mhm.
it's a cycle. You have to like
It is.
wait your turn. It's
It's a
not like,
process.
Ali wasn't just showing up to people's fights demanding a fight.
Yeah, he was the
When it was
greatest.
his
Yeah.
time to fight them, he showed up
Yeah.
and showed out. Like we don't do that. We just expect and assume things have to be given to us because we are
Right.
special.
Everybody can't be extraordinary. Everybody can't be special. Everybody can't be great.
Everybody
No.
got a role.
Mm.
If there was no custodian workers, if there were no trash men, if there were no pest people, if there were no construction workers, if there were no bus drop, who would do all this? And I'm not saying these people are less than. We just think everybody's special. Oh, my kid is no. I'm not gonna say no name because it really might be somebody's son's name. And they think I'm talking about them personally. They're not special. He and she is not special. And moms, we literally have to tell our daughters when we're wrong.
Ooh.
But
A mother telling her
that's a
daughter
different
she's
show.
wrong.
We're not gonna go into that today. That's a
Oh
different
my
show.
God.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, do that. That ain't gonna happen.
All right. Go ahead. 'Cause I'm...
The mother's always right. I think that's it. That's good.
Okay, wait.
I
Let me write this down because
A
when
mother?
we wrap it up.
All right, so okay, I got you. So, okay. So now we deal with the juvenile court extensively.
Shout out to the courthouse.
Yeah, shout out to Judge Calloway.
Yes.
Big ups.
You're
That's
my
our hero.
favorite.
That's one of our heroes, no doubt, running Davidson
You
County.
gotta get a couple drinks later.
Yeah. So we'll go
Soon.
get some tea or
Yeah.
some orange juice. We'll do something
Absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely.
Define special. Oh,
I'm gonna let him do that.
okay. Yeah, no. I
he's
tell
a
you what.
parent.
No,
I'm not a parent
no.
yet.
Go ahead, Kev. You define it first because that's all relative. So yeah, we don't want to. Everybody will call in or have a comment where they're thinking something and we're not in your space. What I teach my daughter is before you call somebody, put yourself in their environment, in their mindset. If they're in a hospital, if they're in hospice,
and I do struggle with that. I
yeah,
will give him that.
you can't just pick up the phone and call and say, "Hey, let's go out and go bowling." Like they in hospice, they're not doing that. So special, you define. Give me a situation, and I tell you what special is. How about that, Kev? Give me a situation, and I'll define special for you in the context of that situation. Or you can give me the definition, and then we'll use it from there. That's good. That's good. So yeah. So while he's doing that, hopefully.
Well, I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
No definition from me. I'm trying to understand your context.
So it's there's no context because you need a situation which gives you a context. If you're saying what is Special Olympics, those are people who have a specific disability already, and that Special Olympics is for those people. If you're saying special in the regular Olympics, you're talking about somebody that's exemplary and somebody that's above heads and shoulders of the last 100 years or 50 years. So special is in context. There's no definition unless we said something that we need to be specific on, and I can explain it. But the special is relative. It depends on what we were saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But if you want to get specific, go ahead. I answer the question. I'm not running from it. Yeah, but it's gonna definitely be relative. Special is so I think I said special. Nobody's special.
Yeah. Well, my context was they're not above average. Like they're not.
Most people are not.
They're
yes.
not doing anything that no one else
There
is
you
doing.
go. But they think that they're special.
That's what I'm saying.
That
was the context I was using.
was the context we
Yes.
were using.
Yes.
Not meaning they're not special to somebody.
Right.
They're not special to the masses.
Overall, yes.
Right. Most people don't care.
They're not doing anything
they
different
really don't.
that someone else in their age bracket is doing. No.
Mm-hmm. He said my context, meaning yours. So yeah, but we said a lot, so I want to make sure that we get with what we were saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, okay, so special is above average. So if your child is average, if they in school and they getting a B, they're getting a C plus, they're average. Mm-hmm. That's not special. Special to me will be salutatorian, valedictorian, a 98 percentile in the class, a 104. That's special. As far as grades are concerned. When I was coming up, I was an artist, so I was drawing. So special was if you could draw, it was no question who was better because the image that you were drawing is very defined. So nobody can say, "Oh well, that one looks better than this one," because you knew if it was a little off. If I had to paint this situation right here, perspective wise, those knives are going to be there. That coffee maker is going to be there. My head and this silhouette is going to be here. This negative space is going to be here. Like all of that stuff is specific. I'm an artist, so I can get very, very, very specific. But we still had subjective opinions when we critiqued our artwork
Absolutely.
because some people were off, and that's how they saw it. Like there is a depth perception here, right? And so I can come here, I'm more in the foreground. Now you're in the background, and then I can do this. Now I'm in the background and you in the foreground. So more light is going to hit what's closer to you.
Mhm.
So perspective wise, we have to paint and draw that. So special is it's just you got to put that in context. But I wish you could expound on that because I don't want to run from that because I want to have some more conversation on that. But I get.
I
What
mean, if
you're
you're still on YouTube, you can hop off and then join us on one of our Instagram lives, and then that way it could be a conversation. Because
yeah, we can shut this down. Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm saying like it won't
So
be delayed.
Clipper Dome Inc.
He follows
Instagram, right? No, just for people who don't know. And you are Queen _ Amir.
Underscore.
I said what I said.
Underscore. It's two underscores.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Tell them.
No, you just did it.
Oh.
Queen _ Amir _
Oh, okay. There you go. So yeah, that's that. So we're gonna we'll wrap this one up.
You got our number. Call us.
Oh, he know. He pulled up one time. He's on the video, y'all.
And he won't do it.
We want y'all to take this. We want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barbershop or take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job or take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just have to respect it. This is the Clipper Dome Chronicles. Thank you.